So if you are watching on replay, let us know that too. So anyway, today I'm creating 3 projects for you as always, and I am using a product that I haven't used before, a stamp set, and it's called Fond of Autumn, and it's an open image stamp set with lots of different sentiments and fonts. It has coordinating dies, so you can bundle these together for a 10% discount. I'm also using the Cracker Treat Box. I love all the different options that I have here for framing sentiments. So I'm using one of these, as well as the beautiful shapes dies. And I'm using these hexagon. I think that's what they are. And one of my favorites, a go-to greetings. This is a must-have in your craft room, I think. So anyway, I'm using that. And I forgot one other thing. I'm using this die, and this comes from the Penned Petals. It's either hand penned or pen petals dies. And just a little tip for you. If you ever have a loose die that you don't know where it belongs, sometimes it has the item number right here on the die. You can Google it by just going Stamping Up and then that item number, and it'll tell you where it belongs. So I've had to use that a number of times. So I hope that's helpful for you. So anyway, we're using Blackberry Bliss today and vanilla. We're watercoloring on shimmery white paper with a water painter and Blackberry Bliss and Pear Pizzazz ink. I do have a little bit of Sahara sand as well. So anyway, thanks again for joining me, and we'll go ahead and get started. I'm trying to watch my comments, and as I glance over, if I catch them, I'll respond. If not, I can catch them afterwards. Okay, so we're going to start off with this one, and there's a reason I'm going to start off with this one, and I'll show you as we go along. Okay, and I don't know if you all can tell what's in here, but I love it when you guess what we have going on there. So let me go ahead and grab this stuff right here. So this is the landscape design, and this is 5.5 by 8.5, and it's scored at 4 1/4. Always use your score tool, your Simply Scored. It just works so much nicer than just trying to fold it over yourself. Okay, so then I have a piece of Very Vanilla, and I embossed it with the Timber embossing folder. This is 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. I am adhering it to, or layering it on, a piece of our gold foil, and this is 3 3/8 by 4 5/8. And as you know, I like to trim it down just a little bit, and the reason being is I like a real small margin. So let me see if I can get my glue out here. Of course, it never works when I need it. There you go. So ladies, I haven't mentioned this in a long time, but my cruise is still available for signups. We're cruising in March 26th on Royal Caribbean, and it is a blast. It's a 7-day cruise. I always have it in my newsletter. So if you're not receiving my newsletter, you can get that by just going to my blog at stampingala.com and signing up. And by doing so, you get free tutorials every week. So it's kind of nice. And you're always kept up to date on everything that's going on in the Stampin' Up! World and in my business as well. So anyway, it's a fun cruise. We cruise for 7 days. And while we're at sea, we do the projects. And we always have 20 projects. So I should have trimmed this ahead of time. I do need to trim it down to 4 1/2. So I'm going to use my other cutter real quickly. And see. Okay, I got it. Because this only goes to 4 1/4. Hey, Trisha, Wendy, and Susie. Shelly, I'm glad you're out here. Maureen. Okay, so we're going to put this up at the top, and I want to make sure that I have it trimmed just enough. I'm going to trim it just a hair off. Let me see. I'm going to do this side. So I had my first rehearsal today with one of the DDMs from Stampin' Up. She was super nice. First time I ever worked with her. And she gave me some great suggestions to add to my presentation. And I think I'll be ready. So I'm looking forward to that. I'll be in Pittsburgh, and I think you're going to love the products that they have this time. Okay, so we have that done. I just added it on the top. So we're going to just adhere this to the front of the card. Sometimes I put this up on dimensionals and sometimes I don't, but I'm not today because I am adding some other elements that are up on dimensionals, so it'll be good enough. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm working with shimmery white, and I want to show you this. It's really kind of cool. All right, I'm working with this stamp right here. But what's neat about it is we have two different dies. If we use this die right here, it cuts it out in 3 different sections. Okay, and if we use, I don't know what happened to it, I just had it. The other die will cut it out in just one section. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp this with Versamark because we want it in 3 different sections. And we're going to watercolor it. I should use one of the Stampin' Pierce mats, but I'm being gutsy right now. I'm going to pull in the gold embossing powder. Now I just had that die. I don't know what the heck happened to it. Okay. Okay, we're going to heat this up. Now, ladies, if you would like these make and takes, just make sure that you place your orders by Saturday and use the host code here in red. That tells me what your order is for because I have always multiple things going on. And that way I can tell and make sure you get your make and takes mailed to you. Okay, I think I have it all. All right, so let me grab I'm using a water painter, and I'm going to begin with the Pear Pizzazz. Now, when you're watercoloring, like I said before, you always want to use shimmery white or watercolor paper. As you can see, I'm not being very careful. It's all right to go outside of the lines on watercoloring a little bit. And it's all right to make them different shades of the same color. It just gives them a little bit of dimension. So what I'm doing is just touching on all of the items on here that are green, or should be green. Maybe this time of year too, they could be other colors, actually, especially in Michigan. And I am going to have to pull my Big Shot in, or my die cutting machine, so that we can cut this out. So ladies, again, if you're watching for the first time, please let us know so we can give you a warm welcome. Okay, I think I have, oh, here's a couple more. All right, and then what I like to do is go back and just give some of them a little bit of dimension by just touching up where the veins are on the leaves. All right, so all you have to do now is clean off your brush a little bit, and we're going to switch colors. We're going to go to Blackberry Bliss. Jerry, did she own the Tuttle Supply in Wyandotte? Or was she part of that family? And I do want these flowers darker, so I'm going to go back over. Also, I do have a few more of the Christmas retreats to go if anyone is interested. Just a few more, so they should be gone this week. If anyone is interested. They are beautiful projects, 20 projects and 60 plus in consumable products that you'll have left over as well, and a full color PDF. If you're interested, let me know. I can send you an invoice. Okay, so now I want to do these little berries, but a lighter Blackberry Bliss. I think I have them all. Thank you for letting me know, Jerry. Okay, so we're going to switch over to the Sahara Sand, and we're going to do the acorns in this. Dorothy, oh my gosh, my 12 days of Christmas, it won't start until the first part of November, probably around November 7th. I'm running behind on that because I've had my retreat and some other stuff as well. All right, and we're going to do the centers of this. Okay, and also in the stamp set, we have this little acorn and a little separate leaf that I used as well. So I did already stamp those. So I have a couple of them on here. I'm just going to color a couple of them up so I have them ready. I'll need more of them for other projects as well. I'm going to go back to my Pear Pizzazz to do the leaves. Now the PDF for these projects will be on my blog in the morning. My friend is moving up here as we speak from Florida, and I'm going to meet her at her new home. So I'm looking forward to that tonight. Just got to add some color in here. I saw that I missed. Okay, so we have that done. So now I'm going to pull in the Big Shot. How many of you still call this the Big Shot? I just can't get away from that. Now, if you're uncomfortable with making sure that this is straight, you can always use washi tape to make sure that you get it lined up correctly. So let me see. It's going to go like this. Oh, this one we want to cut out. Where'd the die go? We're going to cut out the whole thing. It's going to be in 3 separate pieces. So I'm glad I caught that. So let me grab my washi tape. Just to make sure. Nothing's worse than getting something all stamped and colored and then messing up. Okay, so we're going to put one here. One here, just to be careful, just to be safe. All right. Put this through. And I'll show you in just a second how it's in. Actually, it's in 4 different pieces. So I love that option on this die. Okay. So the first thing I did was I took the main piece here and I'm going to put this up on dimensionals. She is coming in tonight, Shelly, and I did send a message to Ty as well. She'll be here around 9:30. Okay, so we have that centered in the center of the card. So then what I'm going to do is take these little pieces here and I'm going to put them flat. So I'm just going to add a little bit of glue and just kind of tuck them. Let me see, tuck them under here, just like that. I'll do the same thing with this. It's going to go here. I love to make cards with different layers with the dimensions. I think it makes it look nicer. So anyway, now I'm going to add the leaves here and sliding this under here. and one of the acorns. Yes, it's they left yesterday morning early after, well, actually no, they packed all day yesterday morning. They left around 3:30 in the afternoon and drove until 4 o'clock in the morning. Is that crazy? Okay, so we have this. Now I'm just going to take a piece of very vanilla and I have a happy birthday stamp from the Go-To Greetings. And this is, I love this stamp. Turn it over. I got a line there. Thanks, Jerry. Okay, so we have that. And then remember I told you that I love these right here for cutting, die cutting some of these sentiments out. I just think they turn out so pretty. And it's the stitch detail I love. So this I already did, and I'm just going to put it on right here. I'm just going to add a little bit of glue on the back and just put this down here. All right. Some of my favorite embellishments this season are these festive pearls. I love the silver and gold. And we also have, I think this is soft succulent and also cherry cobbler. But you can color, oops, you can color those with your Stampin' Blends markers and make them any color you want. I just love the gold and the silver. I use, as you know, I like metallics, so I just think it adds a nice touch to your projects. All right, next we're using, of course, the gold ribbon, and this is, the actual name is just called Shimmer Ribbon. So we're going to tie a bow with this. Trim off the edges, the ends. There goes my phone. We're going to adhere this with a glue dot. Right here. Okay. And so far, this is your first card. We're going to do the inside. I'm going to save this for another project that we're doing tonight. Okay, so I have two pieces of very vanilla. One is 5 by 3 3/4, and the other one is 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. So all I'm going to do here is, I think I'll just stamp a couple of acorns. Let me see. No, I think I'm going to do the leaves here. So, let me see. I'll use Versamark. As you can tell, I am going to do the acorns down here on the bottom. Read it. Okay, and since this is such a small area. It's just a small image. We can get away with watercoloring on here because um, it's not very big, so it won't make a big difference. So I'm doing lighter on the acorn itself, and on the top of the acorn, I don't know if there's a different name. I'm making it darker. Do you know how acorns are kind of two different colors? It's like such a cute little stamp. Okay, so we're going to put these two together, and your first card will be done. Shelly, I agree with you. I love this ribbon too. It's one of my favorites. For me, any ribbon that ties really nice bows, I love it. And this is one of them. Okay, so we're going to put this together. Short, straight. And ladies, here is your first project. I hope you like it. All right, so we're going to move on to the next one. Get these out of the way so I don't mess them up. So this is the next card, and this one is done slightly different, okay? So let me get these items here. Okay, now this card is the portrait style. So it is 11 by 4 1/4 and scored at 5 1/2. Okay, so we also have a piece of gold foil that is 4 5/8 by 3 3/8, and a piece of very vanilla that is embossed with a timber embossing folder, and it's really hard to see. Anyway, this is 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. So we're going to put these two together. But we're not going to put it on just yet on the card base. I'm going to trim this up just a tiny bit. Perfect. Okay, so as you can see, this image right here is just a portion of the image. So what I did was I just took a smaller piece of the shimmery white, and I took the image here. Let me see which way I did it. Okay, so I'm going to ink this up like normal. But I'm stamping on here, and it's going to be, let me see how much of it is showing. About this much. I'm going to color it, and then first heat emboss it, of course, but only a portion of it, so it won't take as long as well. Okay, so let me bring the gold powder in. Now, ladies, is there anything in the holiday catalog that I haven't done a project with yet? Because, as you know, we'll be getting a new catalog here real soon, right at on stage. And if there's something that you'd like to see, let me know. if I have that, I'll work up a project for you. Yeah, yes, Shelley, I use the piece to you in my, what do you call it? The newsletter. Did you see that? But I can work it up again. Trisha, the candy canes I am going to use in my 12 Days of Christmas as well. I have not used the barn set. I don't have that one. I'll see if I can get it real quickly, Dorothy. How many of you like the barn set? Hey, Tina. I hope you're doing well as your daughter. Okay, so I got the green done. I'm just going to add some more dimension on here. Okay. Is she doing okay, Tina? I'm glad to hear that. I can't wait to show you the 3D project. Also, I'm thrilled that Stampin' Up! Asked me to present. I can't wait to, I have some really cute projects. I wish I could show them to you, but I think I'd get terminated. And I don't want that to happen. Okay, so now we're going to switch over to Sahara Sand. And we're just about done with this. Some of this will be covered up anyway. I noticed that I missed a piece of green there, but it doesn't matter, the Pear Pizzazz, because it's going to be covered up with ribbon. Some color in here. Okay. All right, so we're going to cut this out, and this time I'm using the full die, which is right here. So this one cuts it out, the whole thing at once. Okay, remember the other one just cut it out in like 4 or 5 different pieces. So let me pull in the die cutting machine again. Okay, so since I'm only using half of this, only half the die is going to be on here. Just line it up like you would normally. Tape it down so it doesn't move. That should be good. And put it through. Okay, so now we just have a portion of it. So we're going to bring this back in. This is going to go just right here. Okay, so we're going to glue that down. You're welcome, Tina. We can all use that sometimes. Okay, so just center it, make sure it's centered nicely. That looks good. Just press it down. Yes, it is. It looks darker, but it's the same color, believe it or not. I don't know if you can tell here, but it is the same color. Okay, so now we're going to just take a piece of ribbon, and I'm going to cut off enough just to wrap it around to the back. All right, so I'm going to go about, set on the ribbon, about right there. Okay, so I'm just going to take a piece of Scotch tape, put it on the back, wrap this side around as well. Okay, so it's secure. All right, so now I'm going to put this up on dimensionals. Melissa, you're funny. Okay, I'm going to bring this in and put this, center this on the card. It does kind of look black on the screen, but it's not. Okay, so next what we're going to do is stamp thank you. And this is going to be in Blackberry Bliss. And this is die cut with one of these dies from the Beautiful Shapes. So I'm using the second to the smallest, and I'm running it through just like that. So it will come out looking like this. All right. So now what we're going to do is I also ran 2 other dies, one in the gold and the other one in the DSP. So we're going to glue the gold and the DSP together. Thanks, Shelley. I appreciate that. This gold is in the brushed metallic. There's um, three different shades of gold, and actually the two lightest look great. My preference is the lightest one. It's so soft looking, and it's not brassy. Okay, so now we're gonna glue this on the card. So we're gonna put this about right here. Right, and then this one will go up on dimensionals. Ladies, thank you for giving me a thumbs up. It does help um, my channel reach other people, and I appreciate that. Okay, so now we're going to add a couple of leaves and an acorn. So let me do some coloring. What color do I have? The Sahara sand on here now. So this is just going to be glued on. Ladies, remember, if you want the make and takes, that please use this host code right here. It helps me out, and also Stampin' Up! Appreciates it that they don't have to spend more time going back and adjusting orders. Okay, so I have that on. I do have one leaf colored, and I'll do the other one. Color one more. Right. Add some glue on here. All right, and one last thing for the outside, well, two actually. I'm going to add a bow. I wish Stampin' Up! Would keep this ribbon in all year and all the time. Never discontinue it. I just love it. And I love satin ribbon too. Okay, we're adding this with a mini glue dot right here. How pretty that looks. And then a couple more things. We're just going to add the gold festive pearls. You want to make sure that you get the adhesive on the back when you pull these up. Otherwise, they're not going to stick. There's nothing to keep them stuck there. Okay, so now we're just going to stamp something in here. It says thank you already. So, you know, I am going to just take a piece of, let me see. I have a piece of the DSP. We're just going to attach it on here. I'll put some glue right across here. Trim off the excess. Okay, and we'll take our Simply Elegant trim, add a bow on the inside. Okay, see how it doesn't cooperate with me, but I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to cheat here. Pull this tight. Let's see. Trim this off. There's more than one way to skin a cat, right? Okay. And then some glue on the back of here, and this one will be done. I can't wait to show you what's in the inside of the last project. Okay, so here you go. All right, here is your second project. I'm curious, which card do you like the best, the first or the second? Let me show you again. Okay. All right, so now we're going to move on to the third project, and this is really quite easy. Grab it. Okay, so let me first show you what we're going to make here. All right, so if you lift this up, I have I have blackberry jelly in here to go with the blackberry bliss. And I just picked this up at in Frankenmuth, but you can get it online as well. Okay, so anyway, we're going to go ahead and create this. Okay, so what we have here is we have a piece of cardstock that is 8.5 by 6 3/4, and it is scored at 1 1/4 and 2.5 on all sides. I'm going to just close this up because we're not going to use this for a while. We may not even need it. I think I have enough color. Okay, so we're going to fold on all the score lines. Everything has to matchy. Okay, so we're going to cut these 3 squares out on each corner. All right. Okay, so I made that a tab. Same thing over here. Cut up to the second score line. Cut the 2 bottom out. This one is tabbed. Once you get this, you can do the shortcuts that I'm doing now. Okay, so then we're going to turn it on this side and do the exact same thing. And finally, the last one. Okay, so we got that done. So now what we're going to do is we're going to turn it over and put the glue on the tabs. Okay, oops. Do them all at once. Time for more glue. Okay, so we're going to bring these in and create the corners. Oops, gotta hold on to this for another second. And just make sure they're brought right to the corner, but not over, because you want it to be nice and neat. Okay, so I got those. Now usually the ones on the end will fold in really nicely. So let me see. I think I'm going to trim them just a tiny bit. So just a hair. And you can see just how much I trimmed right there. Not very much. Same thing on this end. You can test it by folding it in, and if it catches at all, you don't want to force it, because then it'll make it buckle and it doesn't look very nice. So fold that in and connect. Now before I fold this in, I'm going to see how that, you can hear it actually catching. So I'm going to trim this a little bit too. And I might as well check this one. Yep, same thing. I'm going to trim this up just a little bit. Okay. Okay. Come on. Almost done here. Don't stop on me now. Okay, and what you can do is take your bone folder and kind of just burnish it. All right, so let me show you that these will fit in here just perfectly, okay? So then I have a piece of cardstock here, and this is 6 3/8 by 3 3/4. And I scored it at 2 1/4 and 4 1/8. So I'm just going to fold on the score lines here. Okay. And so it's the same on both sides here. So what I'm going to do then is take the back of the box, and I'm going to add some glue on here. Okay, and I'm just going to take my cardstock and just put it all the way to the ground and make sure that it's centered. It's a 1/4 of an inch larger, so it looks nicer that way. Okay, let me grab, I always use these, I love these, the little Velcro circles, the little ones. They come, you can get them at Michael's or Joann's, and they're 56 sets to a package. All right, so we're going to take this and put it here. And we're going to do the other one as well, the other side as well, so it stays closed. All right, and then you're just going to bring it down to the bottom as well and just push on it. Yes, Maureen, I always design my own stuff, every one of them. Okay, so now I have a piece of gold and a piece of vanilla that's embossed with the timber embossing folder. And we're going to put this on. All the boxes that you made at the retreat, every one of them are my designs. Oh. Okay, I'm going to trim this just a tiny bit. Okay, so this is going to go here on the front. Just like that. And remember when we cut out those pieces, this piece was left over. So all I'm doing is taking this and putting it up on dimensionals. Right like this. I'm going to add a couple of the little acorns and a couple of the leaves. So we're going to color those up. Now, ladies, a couple of reminders. The starter kit special ends the 31st. I had somebody sign up on my team today. I would love to have anyone else that would like to be on my team, even if you just want to use it as a for your own discount. It's a great way to get your products at a discount. And the starter kit special is an extra $30 of your choice in product in your starter kit. So you get to pick out $155 in product for $99 plus tax. It's a great deal. So if you would like more information, please let me know because I'd love to talk to you about it. We have an awesome team and we're a very warm and welcoming team. Put some of this on here. You don't have to do what I do. You can be a hobbyist and just do it for your own pleasure and your own discount. And if you really want to do it as a business, I can help you there as well. I think it died on me finally. We're going to do this with a glue dot. So we're going to put this in right there. We're going to add some gold pearls. Oh, Tina, that is so sweet of you to say that. I sure love having you on my team. Oh, I'm sorry. That was Fatima too that said that. Okay, we're going to add a piece of ribbon, and I'm just sliding it through the top. And we're going to tie a bow. And then all of your projects are done for the evening. So another reminder is that I have the Christmas retreat to go still available, just a few more left. And the other reminder, if you are interested in hearing more about the cruise, let me know. I can get you information on that. That's a ton of fun. I'd love to have you on any of those events. So I'm going to turn this on its side so you can see it, and then pull the other cards in. Aw. And just a reminder, here is the host code. So please make sure you use that if you choose to make place an order with me by Saturday, so I can get you these make and takes for free. So ladies, I really truly appreciate you joining me tonight and every night, and also sharing my information with other crafters and your friends, um, whether it be personal friends or on Facebook and Pinterest. I truly appreciate it. So I hope you have a wonderful night, and I will see you next week. Thanks and good night.